It was first proposed 8 years ago, and today an affordable housing complex in Venice still hangs in the balance.
The Venice Housing Authority wants to build a 52-unit complex, but as ABC 7's Christopher Brantley shows us, there are still lots of funding hurdles to clear.
Before it was empty ground, it was this, Grove Terrace, a subsidized housing facility for South Sarasota County's most in need. Today, it's home only to nature.
Sitting around waiting is kind of against all of our grain.
For 8 years, the Venice Housing Authority has submitted applications for state funding based on a lottery system. Each year, they've been denied.
The city was kind enough to say, let's see how we can help to make our application look better, stronger, saying, look at what we have behind us.
But that strength behind the Housing Authority is weakening. 2 months ago, the city agreed to kick in $550,000 over the next 2 years to meet the state's funding requirements. But that changed at a meeting this week when council started tossing around the idea of dropping that financial help.
I think what initiated this was a lack of understanding and hence anger on the proposed fire fee.
The proposed fire fee has absolutely nothing to do with the Housing Authority project, but both do cost money, and the council is feeling the heat from the fire fee and getting nervous about spending too much of the taxpayers' money.
We're looking at other avenues, foundations, who wants to jump in here and help.
While the Housing Authority begins to look elsewhere, they are painfully aware if they don't secure that $550,000, the mainstay of state funding could go away and the project could, in theory, be canceled. In Venice, Christopher Brantley, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
For their part, the mayor, Councilman McKeon, and Councilman Daniels will be holding a public meeting Monday to discuss this further. A decision will not be made at that meeting. Just be an information session before the three then go to local foundations to ask for that help.
Delta Airlines is adding flights from Sarasota to New York this holiday season. The airline says it will offer nonstop flights to JFK from Sarasota Bradenton International Airport. The flights will be offered daily starting December 21st through January 2nd of next year. Delta's year-round service to LaGuardia will continue to run as well.
When it comes to air travel, many people would rather drive to Tampa's airport than pay more for the convenience of flying out of SRQ. So why are the prices higher here? The head of the Sarasota Bradenton International Airport says it's all about supply and demand. Rick Piccolo says enough seats are filled for flights out of SRQ that the airlines have no reason to lower the prices here. Piccolo just returned from a business conference where airport representatives from across the country try to recruit new airlines.
It's basically speed dating with airlines. Airports from throughout the country and airlines throughout the country meet one city at a conference, and you spend a couple of days there. You get appointments with different airline planners, and you get to pitch why you think they should be serving your city.
Even though Sarasota Bradenton and Fort Myers both have about 1 million people in their respective regions, the Fort Myers airport averages about 8 times more passengers each year. Piccolo blames that on SRQ being so close to Tampa. We'll have much more about SRQ's ongoing challenges and what's being done tonight on ABC 7 News at 7.
A public middle school in Manatee County will likely reopen as a charter school next year. Lincoln Memorial Middle School is on track to become the next charter school. The Manatee County School Board approved the application last night. The next step is for the school to enter into a contract with the school district. The school is expected to open as a charter school next fall.
Today marks the 25th anniversary of the landfall of the most destructive storm to ever hit Florida. Hurricane Andrew made landfall on August 24, 1992. With sustained winds of 165 miles an hour, Andrew claimed the lives of 44 people and left behind more than $25 billion in damage. From improvements in building codes to better emergency response and heightened overall awareness, the state's top emergency management official says the storm's legacy has left Florida better prepared to handle hurricanes.
It's our readiness for them, both in terms of hardened infrastructure, so reduce the actual impact from the storm itself, and the ability to prepare for and respond to them. We're going to know the storm is coming sooner than we ever have before. Our citizens are going to be ready more than they ever have before.
There are lots of new challenges since Andrew, including more coastal development and more residents, many of whom have never been through a storm before. According to the Insurance Information Institute, a similar storm today would cost twice as much as it did in 1992.
Wow.
You know, my house is built under the new hurricane code, so my house is safer because of that storm, which I'm grateful for. But I think today we're all thinking of our, friends and family who may be in Texas and maybe in the path of a very dangerous hurricane.
Yeah, and Steve Newman will have an update for us on what that path is looking like right now.
This is a life-threatening storm. The National Hurricane Center does not use that term very often because it generally gets people's attention. Life-threatening. Not only heavy rains, not only a Category 3 winds, storm surge tides 4, 5, 6 feet and as much as 12 feet in some locations. We'll be looking more closely at this in just a few minutes. But we have our own tropical weather over the Suncoast right now. It's a broad area of low pressure swirling over the state, and it's triggered some fairly hefty thunderstorms, as you know, within the last hour. The circulation has brought them from the interior of the state back over the Suncoast. Now they're moving offshore. You can see a lot of the lightning strikes that were part of that have moved into Gulf waters. Still some down over Charlotte Harbor and the western part of Charlotte County. But I think we're going to see continued improving conditions for the next hour or so as that moves away. And then only scattered showers, as we can see in our high-resolution futurecast overnight as things calm down. Maybe a hit-and-miss shower here and there, but mainly dry. But then another round of it coming in as we move in tomorrow and on Saturday. So several inches of rain could fall in some areas as a result of this broad area of low pressure. Now, here's the overnight temperature forecast showing us we're already cool in the upper 70s to near 80s. There's not a lot of cooling to go on. Bottom off about 78. It's pretty much as cool as it's going to get right now. And if we look at the probability of precipitation, maybe another peak around 8 o'clock according to the models, and then dry for the rest of the night. Again, we'll take a closer look at potentially deadly Hurricane Harvey and our weekend forecast, which at least half is going to be wet, coming up in just a few minutes. Scott, Haley.
Thank you, Steve. President Trump is attacking Republican congressional leaders on the debt ceiling negotiations. The clock is ticking on a potential government shutdown, and the president says his border wall is non-negotiable. And as ABC's Lana Zach tells us, the economic future of the United States is now hanging in the balance.
Republican lawmakers are struggling to keep up after President Trump threatened to shut down the government and pull the U.S. out of NAFTA.
I think we'll end up probably terminating NAFTA at some point. Believe me, if we have to close down our government, we're building that wall.
He campaigned on the wall. He won on talking about building a wall.
All of this comes as a new Quinnipiac poll shows that twice as many Americans believe President Trump is a divider, not a uniter.
Well, yeah, and then that goes straight to Donald Trump's vulnerability, which was he was a businessman. He's going to make government work. He's going to bring people together. He's going to do all the things and make it like a business. And if we go into a situation and the government is shut down because of threats from the president, it even makes it harder to move forward.
House Speaker Paul Ryan expressed concern about shutting down the government, and at a tour of Boeing in Washington state, one employee asked the Republican congressman if he could influence the president.
It's a day-by-day deal. I'm kind of joking.
Meanwhile, the Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, who's facing his own public problems with the president, tried to tone down Mr. Trump's NAFTA rhetoric.
We actually have a trade surplus. In other words, they're buying more of our stuff than we are of theirs. So the assumption that every free trade agreement is a loser for America is largely untrue.
The president has preemptively tried to blame Democrats for this possible government shutdown, but Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi says that with Republicans controlling the White House and both chambers of Congress, the only reason that there will be a shutdown is if Republicans can't agree on a plan. Reporting from Washington, Lana Zach, ABC News.
Florida's tourism marketing agency is under fire after paying nearly $441,000 in employee bonuses. A Visit Florida spokesman says the bonuses were approved in May of 2016. The agency paid 119 employees amounts ranging from a few $100s to almost $29,000, despite months of scrutiny from legislators over spending. Legislators passed a law earlier this year that prohibits Visit Florida from using public money for bonuses, but the company says these bonuses came from private sources. Visit Florida officials say they will not give employee bonuses in the future.
Now to that big Powerball win. The jumbo jackpot ticket worth $758 million was sold to Mavis Wanchek of Massachusetts. She says she just took a chance, and she also says she has already retired.
I work currently at Mercy Medical Center. So I work.
Are you still there, or are you?
I've called. I haven't told them I will not be coming back.
But just where was that winning ticket purchased? Had lottery officials scrambling this morning. They first announced it was at a store in Watertown near Boston, but then they said the single ticket had actually all the matching numbers was sold in Chicopee, Massachusetts. The owners in that area will now get paid $50,000 for selling that ticket, which they say will all be donated to local charities. But not all Powerball players on the Suncoast are losers. A winning Powerball ticket worth $1 million was sold at the Publix on Bee Ridge Road at the Bee Ridge Road Extension in Sarasota. It's pretty exciting. I guess I had bought mine there.
There's a winner here then. That's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Still to come in your Suncoast news, Samsung is releasing its new Galaxy Note 8 after a massive recall.
How the company hopes this new phone will help win back customers' trust.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
When you want to get away from it all, to a place where you can do everything, or nothing at all, surrounded by natural beauty and all the modern amenities you might desire, then you'll want to be here at the Wanna-Be Inn on the beautiful shores of Manasota Key, Florida. To plan your escape, log on to wannabeinn.com.
Anyone can jumpstart your car, but for free installation and $10 off Duracell Ultra car batteries, there's no one like Batteries Plus bulbs.
I'll install it myself.
I'd like you to do it.
Visit batteriesplus.com for a store near you.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job.
I am Goodwill, yeah.
It's Lincoln's summer sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKX Sport Utility for $349 per month, or Lincoln's flagship, the 2017 Continental, for $449 per month. We have a great selection of certified pre-owned Lincolns. These vehicles have warranties up to 100,000 miles and come with complimentary roadside assistance. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We're located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
It's no small wonder anybody loves it all.
I just love art that moves me.
No small,
I mean really moves me.
One.
Sunset Fiat of Sarasota presents No Small Wonder. High performance style. Let the art of Fiat move you.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Should we be doing more to keep college athletes safe from concussions? New findings suggest that we just might. ABC's Janae Norman shows us why.
It's the on-the-field injury that has fans, parents, and doctors concerned. A growing focus on concussions, and now a new study of college athletes finding that many players who experience concussions may be told they're ready to play again too soon. Canadian researchers looked at 54 college athletes who played different contact sports and non-contact sports, half with brain injury and half without. What they found in the injured players' brain scans, noticeable damage immediately after injury, damage that remained even after these players got approval from their doctors to play again. The findings pointing to the usual practice among physicians who rely on physical symptoms and signs but not brain imaging when it comes to giving players the okay to return to the field, sometimes as early as 4 days after the injury. But these new findings may give doctors and players another reason to take a longer time out after concussion. With this Medical Minute, I'm Janae Norman, ABC News.
And now we're heading over to Steve Newman with your first alert forecast.
Thanks, Haley. That line of heavy thunderstorms that moved over starting about 4 o'clock has now moved offshore. Most of the lightning is offshore as well, but we did have a report of a couple of funnel clouds in West Bradenton as that system went by. But things are on improving conditions right now, as you can see from our KCK webcam. And things have cooled off, too. Very pleasant. 78 outside right now. The dew point 77, meaning our humidity is 96% with a southerly wind at 7 miles an hour. Our high this afternoon before the rains hit, 91. Last night's low, 76. Pretty close to normal on both counts. And as we take a look at the radar, there's a broad low pressure area over Florida, and it kind of has a circulation around it, as you can see. Maybe you can see it just off of maybe Sanibel Island route now. And that circulation brought in that line of strong storms that has moved offshore. It did have a lot of positive lightning strikes, but I think we're going to be out of the woods at least for another hour or two, possibly more thunderstorms in the evening. Now here is potentially deadly Hurricane Harvey, and we also have some incredible pictures from our new GOES 16 satellite that takes pictures every 1 minute. That gives you incredible detail. In the last hour, you'll notice an eye has formed in the center, and it really shows sign of strengthening explosively over the next couple of hours as it encounters warmer water. Look at the convection right around that as the eye begins to form. This is the first time we've been able to ever show you this high a resolution on a developing hurricane eye, thanks to that new satellite. Now here is the latest advisory on Harvey. 85-mile-an-hour winds, and as it encounters the warm water with very little wind shear as it approaches the Texas coast, by tomorrow morning at 2 a.m., 110-mile-an-hour winds as a Category 2 storm. Offshore tomorrow afternoon, 125-mile-an-hour winds on Friday, and then it moves ashore as a Category 3 storm. Then they don't really know pretty much what it's going to do. It's just going to dump a lot of rain. It could drift back to the coast and move northward, and that's kind of what this rainfall prediction model is showing. Multi-inch rainfall. We're like 2.5 inches of rain in some areas, 2.5 feet of rain as a result of this. By Sunday at 12 noon, that's 22 inches around Victoria, and then as the storm drifts northeastward, 13 inches at Houston. This is an estimate at this point. There's a lot of uncertainty this storm, but other than the certainty, it's probably going to hit very close to Corpus Christi. Here's our futurecast for Florida through the weekend, showing off and on thunderstorms. Some could produce locally heavy rain, like we just saw this afternoon. It'll taper off, I think, by Sunday, and then next week, conditions will improve a whole lot. Here's our forecast for the water. I think I would stay ashore tomorrow with moderate chop on bay and inland waters. The beach, if you don't have any lightning, should be fairly decent. And here's my forecast for tonight. Look for evening thunderstorms and our low temperature of 76 with those strong storms and winds from the east at 10 miles an hour. Our average low is 75. And tomorrow, thunderstorms likely. Off and on, some locally heavy, especially inland. 88 for the afternoon high with southeast winds in the morning, becoming westerly 5 to 10 in the afternoon. And here is the 7-day outlook showing we have a 70% chance of storms on Friday. That goes down to about 60% on Saturday, 50% on Sunday, and then a drier air mass is predicted to move over us in the early part of next week, bringing our chance of rain back down. That means it'll feel a little warmer in the afternoon, but it is definitely going to be wet Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We'll take a closer look in the next hour at the development of Hurricane Harvey, potentially deadly storm for the Texas coast. We all have our prayers out for people living there. That's our weather.
Thank you, Steve. Time now to check on your first alert traffic for the drive home. Traffic is backed up on I-75 in the northbound lanes from Bee Ridge Road north to Fruitville Road in Sarasota.
Samsung unveiling its Galaxy Note 8 this week, a device the company hopes will help resurrect customer trust from the ashes. It comes nearly a year after Samsung's massive recall of fire-prone phones and exploding batteries. The recall cost Samsung more than $5 billion, but the real cost may have been the loss in consumer trust. Among the new features in this new Note 8, dual lens camera and animated messages. The Note 8 will hit stores September 15th, and pre-sales started today.
So this is their chance. They can't screw this one up. They have to make a really good impression this time around. So hopefully they did. Entertainment news
Is next.
is next.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
Join the fun at the Weddings of Sarasota 17th Annual Wedding Show at the iconic Sarasota Municipal Auditorium on US 41. Sunday, August 27th from noon to 4. Enjoy food, fun, and entertainment with a runway show on stage at 3 p.m. $2,000 in Weddings of Sarasota dollars given out after the runway show. You must be present to win. Pre-register at weddingsofsarasota.com. Brides and grooms are free if registered by midnight on August 25th. Weddings of Sarasota. Register today.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
You love your couch and want to protect it from spills, food, and scratching, shedding pets. Introducing Couch Coat, the reversible, washable quilted cover that protects your couch. Shield against spills. Wow! Stop stains and dirty pet paws and sharp claws. Plus, it's reversible with 2 stylish colors. Guaranteed to fit any couch up to 92 inches or your money back. It even has covers to protect armrests. Machine washable too.
My grandkids destroy everything, but with Couch Coat, my couch is always protected, looking as good as it did the day I bought it.
Get your Couch Coat for just $19.99, and it's reversible in brown and cream, like 2 couch coats for the price of 1. Order right now, and you can double your offer. Get a second Couch Coat. Just pay a separate fee. Order right now.
Call 1-800-943-0710 to get your couch coat. Call now or go to couchcoat.com. So call 1-800-943-0710. That's 1-800-943-0710. Call now.
Attention Sarasota and surrounding cities. After 25 years in Sarasota, Bacon's Furniture and Design will be moving to create Southwest Florida's largest and most dynamic furniture store. We must liquidate everything in the store at huge savings as fast as possible. Do not miss this opportunity to purchase quality sofas, bedrooms, dining rooms, patio furniture, mattresses, and more. All at the absolute lowest prices possible. The Bacon's Furniture and Design relocation sell-off. Nobody beats Bacon's.
A well-known TV actor has died.
Jay Thomas is best remembered for his roles in the hit shows Murphy Brown and Cheers. His agent told the New York Daily News that he had cancer. Thomas played Murphy Brown's obnoxious boyfriend from 1989 to 98 after playing a player with the Boston Bruins and Cheers, and Thomas was also a regular on the David Letterman show where he often appeared during the Christmas season. Jay Thomas was 69 years old.
A new documentary about Lady Gaga is coming to Netflix. Gaga 5'2" will premiere on September 22nd after a screening at the Toronto International Film Festival. The superstar posted some clips to social media earlier today. The director followed Gaga for a year. He says the film is a frank, intimate look at her relationships, health issues, and insecurities. In one clip, Gaga talks about some downsides to her life as a superstar, from people touching her all day to being alone in total silence at night.
Pop singer Ariana Grande is explaining why she canceled yet another concert on her world tour. She posted a statement to her Instagram story saying that she's dealing with health problems and could not perform at her concert in Vietnam. This is the 10th show Grande has canceled since May following a terror attack after her concert in England that killed 22 people. Grande says she will make it up to her fans in the future.
Actor Danny Glover is joining Airbnb as an advisor. He'll help the company reach out to communities of color to encourage them to sign up with the service. Glover says he wants to make sure people of color are taking advantage of the economic opportunities of renting their homes. He says he's seen firsthand how Airbnb is committed to, in his words, getting it right. Airbnb has faced accusations of racism and has now entered into a partnership with the NAACP. Popular way that a lot of people use when they travel now.
And it's
instead of a
great,
hotel.
I've done it several times. It's a great experience. So I hope that they do expand it to more communities because it can save you a lot of money too versus hotels. So.
Yep. We'll be right back with more news and your forecast. Stay with us.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee County since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
Get the hottest deals of the year during the summer clearance event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Come shop the Suncoast's largest selection of Ram trucks. Get maximum cargo space and more comfort with a new Ram Quad Cab for as low as $24,999. Or spread out in your spacious new Ram Crew Cab and save up to $10,000. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota today.